Wazam, whoa, welcome to our fourth episode of Am I Going to Get Canceled for This? We're buku excited to be with y'all today because we're coming at y'all with the Big Easy, our home away from home, New Orleans on our mind. So get ready for this spicy Cajun episode because we've got some heavy NOLA influences coming your way. As always, this is your disclaimer to put them headphones on and to clear them babies out the room. I'm your host, Gwen.
And I'm your host, Lin, and we're taking you down to the boot at the bottom of the map, Little Louisiana.
And we've been talking about doing this episode for a while. I literally just got back I'm fresh off the plane from New Orleans right now. And girl, like, I still smell like the city. I'm hot in the fuck from coming from New Orleans. We've got August weather in June. It's crazy out there.
It's the only place you need to take 2 showers right when you step outside.
I mean, you take a shower, you think you're clean, it lasts for a matter of 1 minute. Walking to your car is just insane. And it's just like people in New Orleans, they move to their own beat of their drum and they got a little bit of a slower cadence. And it's just like, it's because it's hot as fuck.
It's hot as hell.
Make you want to smack your fucking mama. It's hot. It's that hot.
It's swamp ass hot. Like, I hate going there and having to wear coochie cutters and just knowing I'm gonna have mounds of sweat just radiating off of me.
We're excited to be with y'all today. We're excited to come at y'all with some New Orleans influence stories today. So we're going to get right into our ear hustling segment. We're keeping our ears to the streets so you don't have to. And our very first story that we're talking about today is about Zion Williams's old lady drama. Yes. So if you're unfamiliar, Zion Williamson is the power forward for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he's been getting a lot of media coverage lately, and the Pelicans didn't even make it to the NBA Finals.
Did he even play?
Girl, I mean, look. So I guess, congratulations are in order. Zion, who is 22, and his girlfriend, Akima, who is 29, are expecting their first child together. Now, people are speculating that Akima, who is an Instagram model, I'm using air quotes around that because y'all know how I feel about socials and what y'all doing out there. So Instagram model, sure. And she and Zion have actually been dating, we believe, since February, because this is when she posted up on the gram a pic of her at the Smoothie King Center, which is where the Pelicans play. And she was back somewhere with like restricted access that you could see that she was back. So we're believing that's when the two began to date. Back in April, Akima hinted at pregnancy on her Instagram, but recently confirmed this month when she posted a photo of the two at their gender reveal party at the beginning of this month. Oh. So when this post hit social about the couple, there were plenty of people that were coming to congratulate, but one woman who was coming to hate. And this was porn star Mariah Mills, who is 32. So Mariah had a lot to say about this announcement, and she definitely wasn't happy. She spilled a lot of Zion's tea and took to pretty much every social media platform, ranting about the news, but then also exposing conversations between her and Zion.
Typical.
Now, you know, typical hoe shit. I mean, I hate to say it, but come on now.
Typical. So
we're going to say allegedly here, although you can see the receipts for yourself online. Zion offered to move Mariah out to New Orleans and to give her a monthly allowance, which Mariah claims was over $100,000.
Wait, a month? A month? A month? Like an American month?
An American month? US dollars? Is this in pesos?
Is this in American time? Like a month, 100K?
Bitch, 100,000 a month. Like, Zion, what's up? Like, I didn't know niggas was this stupid. Otherwise, I would have been out here trying to be on someone's monthly payroll.
I would have been, I'll do a bi-weekly payroll.
Other than 100K, put it up in advance, and
Seriously.
I'll be on call, bruh. I'll be on call. In a thread of tweets, Mariah called Zion out for fucking bitches raw and alluding to the fact that she could even possibly be pregnant and having a baby on the way. I'm going to get into some of these tweets. If you go onto Twitter, the thread is still there. And she's actually even coming out with more to say about all of this today. But here's some of the stuff that we heard from her. So she said, I guess I'm going to be a stepmommy because you're not fucking me and Zion Williamson's plan to have a baby or not. It is what it is. Why be a low budget baby mama when you can be a kept girlfriend? And I'm like, girl, because 18 years, the fuck, do the math.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh my God.
I know it comes with being a basketball player's girl. I know there will be other women, but I didn't expect you to get these hoes pregnant. I let you fuck so many times without a condom, you putting my life in danger. Better pray I'm not pregnant too, because I'm definitely late. I think we haven't heard anything since about this, so maybe her period did come. So sorry, Mariah, you miss your train, because after this, I don't think Zion gonna be fucking you raw again.
I don't know. He's stupid enough to be tricking 100K. I don't know.
He seems like the type, but
He'd do it again.
Maybe he learned his lesson, but probably not.
He gonna be back.
And Mariah even posted Snapchats from Zion. So this is where we're getting this monthly allowance here, where Zion is saying, when you move, how much you expect me to pay a month? But I'm super excited. So remember we were talking about Snapchat in the first episode. Snapchat is strictly for like sending nudes, but then also for cheating on your significant other. Like if you don't want your significant other, your baby mama, to find out what it is that you're up to, send it in a Snapchat. Although that didn't work so well for Zion because that shit got screenshot with the quickness.
What a dumb.
This has happened at the beginning of June. And today, Mariah had posted again. And girl, she tagged not only the NBA, but the Pelicans as well. And she's been tagging Zion throughout all of these tweets. It's just been super messy. We've even seen screenshots where Zion was sending her text messages to please stop, to please take down the stuff. Why are you doing this? But Mariah has just like kept on keeping on. So today, Mariah posted, NBA, I have sex tapes of me and Zion Williamson, and he also has them on his trap phone. Girl, not the trap phone. At NBA, at Pelicans NBA, trade him now. He doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. Sex tapes dropping soon.
Okay, wait. Actually, these actions of him, if you know dudes from New Orleans, he's right aligned with what I would expect a New Orleans nigga to pull.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. I mean, he's right on par with it.
It's just wild. I mean, I'm kind of for this trade. I'm not going to say where I hope to see Zion going, but I'm here for the trade. So NBA, Pelicans, if you're listening to Mariah, if you saw her tweet today, take heed. Maybe you want to get some of this bad press out of the city of New Orleans.
As if we need it. Need it.
But yeah, girl, I feel like we missed our callings in being a little NBA side piece.
You know what? The thoughtiness that she harbors, her and his boo, it's too much for me. I can't get that low. My morals start kicking in at that point. I mean, 100K though, my dignity can slightly waver. Not significantly.
Your dignity has a price. I was over here thinking like, damn, how many months would I have to be if I did for a whole year? And I invest that and put it in my 401k, my Roth IRA.
Bitcoin.
I'm going to put this into stocks and let this get them some compound interest. I was over here doing the math. Once again, Pythagorean's theorem was coming. I was Pythagorean that theorem, trying to figure out how much money I could get from Zion and how many months I would need to do a bid to be put on payroll.
I don't think you would qualify though, because by the looks of these tweets, first off, you're formulating sentences too properly for one.
Right. Like, please note that I had to like correct there's a lot of misspellings. It's a lot of broken grammar in these tweets. I really had to like break that down. It was hard work to decipher what she was putting out there, but
our vernacular is not that strong.
No, indeed. Zion, good luck to you. Again, congratulations for the baby on the way. Over in Akima, Zion's baby mama, I don't know if that's his girlfriend. I'm assuming they're together for the time being.
Mhm.
Girl, she's like had a few things to say, but she is big chilling. She knows she got that bun in the oven. She got that check on the way. She is unbothered as fuck.
Oh, well, I would be too. But you know what gets me is I just realized he is 22 and these women are both. Yeah. So I feel like
vultures.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like he's 20, like 22. If I was a guy, I'd probably have 13 baby mamas, to be honest with you. 13 to 14. I'm being generous.
You be on your Nick Cannon, huh?
Oh, Nick Cannon would be like, what? He would have nothing on me. If I was a man with money in my 20s, yeah, I'd be like fucking Thomas Jefferson. Everybody would have my lineage.
Not Thomas. Girl, I think he's my great somebody.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, are you descent of Mills? Yes, I am.
Damn.
That would be me.
So, Zion, good luck to you. Maybe you'll be coming back to us from the Pelicans next year, but this is to be determined. Good luck. And Mariah, be careful on dropping that sex tape. I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch, but
right. We'll watch.
We'll see.
We'll critique it.
Zion, if you want to drop in the DMs.
You know what we do. We know, let's see what these girls are fighting over. Come on.
Yeah, we'd love to see. We'd love to see that power forward energy.
Because he's not cute. God forgive me for saying that.
I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment on that. Moving on to our next story.
Cancel.
So if you live in the city of New Orleans, there's a little bit of voodoo happening with this next story. Missing chef comes back from the dead. Local New Orleanians, you guys have been on a roller coaster ride with the story of Chef Demetric Scott. Chef Scott is a well-known chef from New Orleans' 7th Ward.
7th Ward hardhead.
And now no one had heard from Chef Scott since May 31st. And the last point of contact was actually a phone call with him. So Chef Scott had actually gone missing for 2 weeks. So after his family had not heard from him for about those 2 weeks, they filed a missing persons report with the NOPD. Every local news outlet was beginning to cover the story, and you were seeing flyers being plastered all over the city, everyone looking for Chef Scott and hoping for his safe return. Now, a few days after the missing persons report was filed, a decomposed body wrapped in plastic was found under a bridge in New Orleans' 9th Ward. A member of the family began to tell local news outlets that the body found under the bridge was that of Chef Scott, even though the coroner's office had never confirmed that it was his body.
Oh, God.
So you will see if you go and watch any of these news reports, they were interviewing a member of his family, and it was very confusing. They found the news that this body had been discovered. It was this decomposed body that still to this day has not been identified yet. The coroner is doing like very thorough reports to see who the remains belonged to and what the cause of death were. But was really interesting that the member of the family was saying that his wife had called the coroner's office and that they said that it was Chef Scott's body, but the coroner's office has come and reported that that is not true. They mentioned that there is an unidentified body that they did not know who it belonged to. The family started to spin this story about the body belonging to Chef Scott. So we saw the family was gathering outside the home and beginning to mourn the death of Chef Scott, and a lot of news teams were gathering around their home, getting all of this footage, and the family's gathering out there. And I'm like, this is a little odd. This is a little weird. You know, you would think that the family would want to be having their privacy at this time, or just kind of maybe approaching this a little bit differently.
Right.
This is where shit starts to get crazy. Perhaps ancestors of Marie Laveau were involved, because just hours after Chef Scott had, quote unquote, been pronounced dead, he showed up outside his family home as news reporters were beginning live coverage for the story of his death.
Lord Jesus.
You know, he is delivered. Amen.
Lord Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Local news stations were out front of the family's home preparing for their live feed for the 4 p.m. news segment, and Chef Scott just walked up on the scene and was asking what's going on. A Fox News reporter was out there, went to go and question Scott, his first question being, "Chef, where you been?" Chef Scott's reply was, "I've been around. I've been around."
Wow.
He mentioned
Wow.
that he had just needed some time to himself and a break from work. And when asked if he knew that people had been searching for him for these past 2 weeks, he said, "I literally found out this morning. I think this morning, and I didn't know. If I'm not outside, I'm inside." Now, the local news reporters who were on the scene everyone was just kind of scratching their head, were a little perturbed. We've been watching this story unfold for like 2 weeks. We had all these missing person reports popping up, and this motherfucker just rolled up like, "Hey, what y'all doing out here? What's going on?"
Once again, like when you first like pressed me of the story, I wasn't surprised because once again, if you know New Orleans dudes, this behavior is extremely typical.
This is not surprising.
So to see him walk up like, "Hey, y'all," is not something out of the realm.
Oh my goodness. And what's so funny, like I'm talking to friends and family. I'm like, what are you thinking about this? What's going on in this story? And they say, ain't no man just gonna go disappear for 2 weeks talking about he needs some time for himself. He don't need no time for himself. He fell into some pussy for 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Yep. It was probably in Houston. Real talk. He was probably in Houston.
But he was trying to say, he was being very ambiguous on where he was. He wouldn't say where he was. He was trying to state that he hadn't left the country, that he hadn't left the state. But what's becoming interesting now is that this body that was found underneath the bridge, people are starting to scratch their head and trying to figure out if that body is in correlation with Chef Scott going missing for that amount of time as well. So maybe he fell into some pussy. Maybe he fell into something else completely. Allegedly, we're alleging here. We don't know, but something's smelling a little funny with this story. Chef Scott, we're happy you're okay. We're happy to see you up and running. He showed up with a t-shirt promoting some of his burgers. I should know this. I forget the name of the burgers, but like how he just show up with some merch on after he came back from the dead, like conveniently with some merch promoting his restaurant.
How are you surprised by this? Once again, as a New Orleanian, how are you surprised by this behavior?
As a who?
As a New Orleanian. How are you surprised by this behavior?
I mean, I shouldn't be, but come on. Now, someone even had the nerve to start a GoFundMe page. I'm wondering, I went to search. I'm like, I couldn't tell if this was just a meme or like someone had really started a GoFundMe page to just like help and support him. But to be honest, I think the city was just like too through with him after the back and forth and the roller coaster that we went on with this story.
To be honest, and the fact that NOPD has like 5 officers and the fact that they even exhausted their resources.
The fact that they put any efforts towards looking for a Black man and that they put him on the news. I mean, I'm shocked and surprised.
I know.
I can't believe it.
I can't either. I'm really
Black man getting news coverage.
This is amazing because when we were held up in front of our own home, the police came in like 75 hours. I think
75.
75 hours. Yeah. We had a gun pulled on us. This is quintessential New Orleans right here. You sitting on your front porch and somebody pulls a gun on you walking across the street. That's New Orleans.
Yeah.
Do I love it? Yes.
I feel like every time I go down to New Orleans, my family is always telling me, like, be careful. This last trip, my cousins was like, girl, don't be honking your horn at nobody. Don't be getting no attitude with nobody. If someone hit your car, say, bruh, it's all good. I got insurance. You keep it moving. Don't even get their information. It's fine. Just let it go.
But can I be honest with you, though, in regards to that? Like, New Orleans is the only place I do not. No, I'm lying. I still pop off there. That's my problem. And I need to stop. Because people getting shot without warning.
New Orleans is not the place to fuck around and find out. I'll pop off some shit in LA, like, especially like in the right parts of LA. But yeah, I'm not playing in New Orleans. Right. I ain't gonna be fucking around in South Central. Like, I be
She fucks around in Erewhon.
I'll come at a bitch at Erewhon. I wish a nigga would.
Bitch, what you say to me? It's in Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. Yeah. We
Buck
hard
up on them real quick.
We know our limits, y'all. Don't worry. We know where we stand. We know where we get in, where we fit in. We're not that stupid.
we can code switch, okay?
Hard.
We can code switch. Oh, you know that one other thing that was so funny? Everyone, whenever I go down to New Orleans, I'm telling them, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from here, but I live in LA. And they be looking at me like they literally turn their head all the way sideways, squinting their eyes like, you from here? Where you from? I'm like, don't check for me. My resume is long. I'm mid-city. I'm uptown. I'm out east. Like, you can find me. Okay.
See, that's crazy. I would maybe because I know, but see, when I get there, my sister says my New Orleans Izzyisms come back so hard. Like, and I do feel it. Like, I literally turned into, was that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm screaming out, was that wolf? Yeah, like, babe, yeah, let me tell you. My New Orleans come through and through when I get back there. Let me tell you.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
I mean, that's what I love about that place, though. Like, I don't like New Orleans is like the one place I always feel like I fit in, like, regardless.
Yeah.
LA, never. Never.
I'm practically a local out here.
Oh, it makes one of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
I don't need to use my maps. And that's the same thing. Like, I know a city. If I can drive around New Orleans, I don't need to use my maps. I can drive around LA. I don't need to use my maps. Like, I'm local. Just I'm from here. Period.
She up that UPT 7-4 hardhead.
Oh, slow down. I ain't said all that. Now, hold up.
I'm a 7-4 hardhead.
All right, y'all. So our last ear hustling story that we're going to get into today is Juvie versus Essence. So as you guys know, Essence Festival is hosted in New Orleans every year around 4th of July weekend, and it takes over the downtown area of the city, the Superdome, and the Convention Center. Now, Essence isn't necessarily a New Orleanian event. However, it's a huge tourism event with the majority of the participants for Essence Fest are coming in from out of town.
So this year, Essence is actually celebrating their 50 years of hip hop with a set put together by Jermaine Dupri called The South Got Something to Say. Set includes Gucci, Lil Jon, Ludacris, T.I., but surprisingly, no Cash Money, no Limit Soldiers, no Big Frida, no DJ Jubilee. And out of the quintessential New Orleans rappers you would expect to be there, only Mia X was asked, which we all know the song, the original Hot Girl Anthem, I'll Take Your Man. Now, if you know me, you know I was singing that song to everyone. Probably did take him, returned him.
You returned Frank.
I returned Frank and I returned Todd. I kept a Michael.
You did keep a Michael.
I kept a Michael.
Shouts out to Michael.
What up, Michael? Hey. So, of course, Big Juvie, the one and only Juvie, got mad at this. He took to social media and called out the organizers at Essence for their carelessness of planning and went on to plan his own Donna Fest. This fest, I think I would actually rather go see because you know who's going to be there. It's going to be it's going to be the OG Cash Money Millionaires, which we know is DJ Manny Fresh, and Big Daddy stunting like my daddy, the one and only Big Daddy Birdman. So and Rebirth Brass Band. So it's basically a culmination.
I'm over here doing my Birdman hammer.
Yeah. It's a culmination of 97 New Orleans. You know what I mean? The Ghetto Twins, all of that stuff. Obviously, not every New Orleans, but the Main Street, Hot Boy songs are going to be there. But, he did at least take his time and plan it with, when you think of New Orleans rap, you have Cash Money. And you know what I mean? You have Manny,
and
all these guys.
When you think of rap, and when you think, especially with a set like The South Got Something to Say, but you don't have no one saying nothing from New Orleans, come on, you can't even go to a party without somebody playing Back That Ass Up to really get shit popping. How dare you come to our city and try to plan this hip hop set and not include one of New Orleans OG. This shit's disrespectful.
I'm glad they have Mia there because Mia is so you know, she's such a force to be, you know, reckoned with. I am, of course, a hip hop head. If you guys haven't picked that up by now, Mia X she always hung with them. Her and the Ghetto Twins, Lady Red, who sings a beautiful ballad called "Smoking That Weed, Smoking That Fire." So it's like the fact that we don't have New Orleans rap, and like you said, every party you go to, when you hear "Back That Ass Up," you freeze. You look around and then you run to the center and you do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do. And if this is when you know a New Orleans girl is they freeze. They look to see if they have the space and then they start messy Mayan it around. You know what I mean? Like moving that thing in a circle. So it's horrible.
Yeah. And, you know, Essence, it's really kind of interesting because a lot of businesses, a lot of the Black businesses, especially that are in New Orleans, you know, New Orleans is built off of tourism. It's over $6 billion. That was in 2021. So that's coming off of the pandemic. It's $1 billion industry, tourism, and New Orleans relies on that. We want y'all coming into the city. There's over 40 million people coming into the city every year on tourism. And so New Orleanians rely on that tourism as part of like making their money.
Right.
Tourism is what the city is really about. It's just really interesting to me that Essence is really kind of coming and just exploiting the city as a location for everyone to kind of flock to, but not really giving a real representation of the city, not really exposing the people that are coming down to Essence, to the history, the culture, the arts, the food, all of that. It's just kind of gross of Essence, kind of over them. I deal with some businesses down in New Orleans, and Essence Fest is almost just kind of like everyone's just like rolling their eyes and kind of shrugging their shoulders to everything going on during Essence, because if you're not down at the convention area, if you're not down at the Superdome, Essence isn't trying to call you. No. They're not trying to set you up with, and, you know, people coming out to do events, tours, any of that stuff within your space. They're only concerned about what's happening in that convention center, and that's it. And so for y'all to be coming and using that New Orleans name, exploiting the culture and all of that as a way to get folks to come down and party for Essence, but y'all aren't supporting its people, the culture. It's just like, come on, Essence. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all should do better than that. Yeah. Pretty poor planning coming from their folks. So do better, Essence. And shout out to Juvie for calling them out, because somebody needs to let them know. Y'all can't just keep getting away with that shit.
It's gross. And, you know, that's the same thing like with the movie industry, like how the movie industry is so like adamant about being in New Orleans because everyone wants that New Orleans backdrop, but the movie will never have anything to do with New Orleans. Like, I'm so sick of New Orleans being exploited by like people and, you know, exploiting the culture, making it into like this buffoonery, like, you know, with taking even like the voodoo and the hoodoo and just making it like, oh, Mumbo Jones and stuff like that. Like, it is so much deeper than that. Okay.
Onto the movie piece and with the TV shows and stuff like that, one thing that really grinds my gears is that these actors that they have coming into this space and nobody have a New Orleans accent on that set. And even when they try to do it, it's just like so atrocious.
It's gross.
Can y'all get some vocal coaches? If you're really trying to portray the city or to set something up that's authentically happening in the city of New Orleans, I'm gonna need somebody running around, say, bro. Was that whoa? Like, give me
say
something.
Red. Say Red. You ain't never been catcalled properly if a dude has not called you Red,
baby,
or yellow. Come here, girl. I've been called yellow multiple times, and it's the most cataclysmic thing that's ever happened.
It's a beautiful experience. It's a panty dropping experience.
Very much so.
Yeah,
very much so.
There's definitely something to a New Orleans man in his accent, in the way that he tries to like call you out or like flirting with you. It's the most beautiful thing. If you've never experienced it, get down to New Orleans ASAP, because everybody and their mama is going to be talking to you and saying something about you as you're walking down the street.
Yeah.
And you deserve it. You
will deserve it. And then the girls, I mean, come on. Everyone knows New Orleans has the most beautiful women that come out of that place. Let's be real here.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Here we are.
I mean, they can't really see us, but you know, we baddies. We baddies.
You can tell we from New Orleans, period.
Say it, well, we are.
Now we're on to your favorite part of our episode, which is Take My Black Card Back. But this is our special New Orleans edition, and I can't wait to get into this one today.
She's getting canceled. That's a forewarning. Like, let me tell y'all right now, this
I'm
girl
gonna accept
is
it.
Canceled.
I was fighting with you last week about this, but
just accept it.
I'll roll over and take it today. But
yeah, because
Lin,
it's done.
Go ahead and take it away.
All right. As New Orleans as I am, I'll take my black card back, but you will not catch my high yellow ass in the lower ninth ward for any reason. I will not go to the ninth, period. I will not drive through the ninth. I don't care what they're giving you there. I will not go to the ninth. I don't know anyone that actually goes to the ninth willingly. So take it, be that as it may. I will gladly give it away off of that because I'm not going to the ninth.
See,
that's what it is.
You getting rid of yours already?
Because you want to go to the ninth?
Girl, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right? I mean,
I used to be running around that city, especially back in my college days.
We were young.
So I'm not gonna, I've been some places, y'all. I've been some places, but in my older age of 21, I'm gonna be with you on this, Lin. Yeah.
The ninth. And wait, we should probably tell these people why we don't go to the ninth.
You can tell them why.
Okay, so I know the most hoodest of hoods. Okay. Yeah. I used to get ice cream in the Magnolia. Okay. With the chicken man standing out front. I would go to Magnolia. But the ninth is where real soldiers of war are made. And I'm not talking just any soldier. I'm talking the guys that you probably find in the Navy SEALs.
This is the guys that they need in the Navy SEALs, but they can't
make it. Yeah,
in the Navy SEAls. Like if we want to win some wars, like
put them in the ninth. Yeah, go to the ninth. If y'all seriously, and that's what I'm saying. If y'all want to find people that have no fear of anything, and I mean anything, I mean the devil himself could look these people in the face and say, let's fight. You're going to see a dude from the ninth roll up with 27 homies and whoop the devil's ass, because that's the type of dudes coming out the ninth. Same with chicks. Same with chicks. Yeah. I don't even look at them strange. I smile and go about my day. I act very docile.
Excuse me, miss. How you doing today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Yeah. The ninth.
Hello, queen.
Yes. Hello, you ebony goddess. That being said, we love the people from New Orleans, but if you're at the ninth, stay away from me, please. I don't want it to rub off on me.
I didn't say all that. I didn't say that. Hello, queen. Hello, king. Hello. Goodbye.
Stay away from me if you're at the ninth.
All right. Take my black card back, but I'm not eating crawfish. I don't know how to peel that shit. I'm definitely not sucking on the head. And y'all can have that BP oil spill. Y'all can have that BP Earl spill seafood if you want to, but you can miss me with that shit. I am not, I will not, have not, never, no.
Why?
Y'all over here eating the cockroaches of the sea. Stop playing with me.
Good. No. That cockroach tastes delish. Yes, you can find mud bugs in your front yard, but will I eat them? Abso-fucking-lutely. Give me that cockroach. Give me that baby. They're baby lobsters, actually. So it's actually fancy, okay? They're baby lobsters. So it's technically I'm eating rich.
Girl, I ain't eating no baby lobster. I ain't having it. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, my goodness. I will use an alligator back scratcher, though.
Okay, yeah. So, PETA, are you there? Tap, tap, tap.
Hello.
She's using alligator skin for a back scratcher. Yes, yes, yes.
Come on. If y'all ain't been to the French Quarter and got that little alligator keychain claw or your alligator back scratcher, I mean, that's pretty problematic. PETA, don't come for me. These were like early purchases. This is back in the 90s. Okay. Don't.
Oh, when it was a little better in the.
Yeah.
Gator killing was okay in the 90s.
They weren't as extinct. They weren't on the brink of extinction as they are now.
Full disclosure, I ate gator last time I was in New Orleans.
Nah, but you playing. Playing.
Gator taters, baby. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat whatever comes out that water as long as it's seasoned right.
Have you ever been on a swamp tour?
Why would I do that?
I went on a swamp tour.
That's
did a little
white shit. I never seen a nigga doing a swamp tour.
We may have been the only Black people on the tour. This was a little family excursion, but the New Orleans accent, and like niggas will be talking to you and you'll have a hard time like understanding what it is that you're saying. You've never been more lost and confused and thinking that someone is speaking a completely different language until you have heard a Cajun Creole swamp tour.
Yummies.
You cannot understand one word coming out these people's mouth. It's crazy.
I love it. You better, if you have not gone and talked to the Cajuns in Lafayette and the Creoles, you have not lived. You will get some boudins. You will get some crawfish pies filled with deliciousness.
Oh, gosh.
Cajun country, definitely recommend you go to. You will not understand a mammoth freaking word, but you will love it more than anything in this world. Wait, that should actually be your number 2. You went on a swamp tour.
Take my black card back, but I went on a swamp tour.
All right.
I got a lot of things for y'all to take my black card back, New Orleans edition.
She really do. Because I was struggling, but my number 2 is take my black card back, but I'm not eating gas station chicken. And let me preface this by letting y'all know, gas station chicken in New Orleans is that chicken. Like that chicken. It's the chicken to eat. It is like, you know how you see people, Caucasian people in line at Popeyes? You will see us in line at gas station chicken in New Orleans, and I will not touch it. I will not touch it. I don't even like going in gas stations in New Orleans because I'm not trying to fight for one. Because every time you go into one, especially the one off of Claiborne, it's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yeah. So you could take it. I mean, that's, and again, I know many who ain't eating gas station chicken in New Orleans.
But okay, what about Manchu chicken? You not eating Manchu?
Hell no, I ain't Manchu chicken. Shit's disgusting. Fuck Manchu chicken. Will I eat McKenzie's? Yep. Will I eat chicken in a box? Yup.
Okay.
Will I eat Dookie Chase? Yup.
So take my black card back, but I'm not making groceries, and I'm not saying Earl, Burl, or Turlet. Okay. But I can say Chapatulis, Durgeois, and Terpsichore. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. You like that? You like that?
She hit y'all with the chop streets.
Yes, girl. And why my cousins were in town this weekend, they were out for some work stuff, and I showed them the spelling of Chapatulis, and girl, the things that came out their mouth with them trying to pronounce that shit. I was like, yeah, you got it.
What were they saying? How were they saying it? Please. I love when I hear people.
To chupalis. Like, it was just like, I can't even like, because once you know, like, it's just in your brain, but like, it was tough. It was tough to hear that.
Same with, it's like the other one, like, is it Carrollton? Carlton. I think that's one of the long-standing debates too. Is it Carrollton or is it Carlton?
Carrollton.
That's what I mean. But I heard people say Carlton. They out the ninth though.
That's correct. That is correct.
They out the ninth, so it is correct.
That is exactly it. I'm changing my pronunciation right now. But it's so funny. The New Orleans pronunciation is always just like a little bit off. What should be pronounced as Milan is Milan Street.
Milan, baby. That's right. You know how much trouble I got in?
Oh my goodness. We used to have a house on Milan Street. My people still own the house on Milan, but it's just so funny growing up in the area and to just see the pronunciation of all of these things. Like New Orleans really does move to the beat of their own drum.
Which I love.
Y'all not going to tell them how to say nothing.
And I have to say, how many times did you fall in love on Milan Street? Because I fell in love at least 8 times on Milan Street. At least 8. At least 8.
No comment.
Oh, see,
No.
Marlon, everybody's falling in love on Marlon Street. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the houses. I don't know if it's just the boys that, walking through in their J's.
I wouldn't know.
She doesn't know what J's are, actually, guys. So
I thought those were funny looking dunks.
Oh my God. Okay. So when we get into canceled and Clemency today, can you guys remind me to place Gwen as the one that is getting canceled today?
That's fine. And you know what? I'm gonna throw y'all a bonus. Y'all can take my black card back for this as well. But I was definitely on Bourbon Street this weekend too. So I've got people coming in from out of town. They looking for a good time. They want to know.
I wish they could see my face. Like
I'm not proud of it, but I'll be on Bourbon. I'll go to Bourbon with y'all. We'll go get a hand grenade.
Nope. I party on Britannia and St. Charles. I don't party over at Bourbon. I'm sorry.
I'll hit the Hi Ho Lounge. You go and get some good dancing in over there. Go up on St. Claude.
Or basically you just stay at your people's house. And that's where the party really is. That's the best thing about New Orleans. That's where the party is always at your people's house. Where they play in spades and you may not know what they're doing. Which isn't me.
So I'm canceled. Y'all can cancel me. It's fine.
Bye.
Don't care.
Fuck it, I don't care.
I'll come back to LA. It's fine. I'll be in LA at Erewhon. Okay, I was out there struggling all week, eating at fucking Whole Foods, feeling broke as shit.
Oh my God. Okay, and the thing is like the Whole Foods there is so expansive, and the fact that that's the comparison, her Erewhon to her Whole Foods.
Girl.
Did you not get your chlorophyll there? Were you?
I brought my chlorophyll with me. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But my family, that's how you know an area is getting gentrified is when the Whole Foods pops up. My cousin gets so pissed at me every time she hears that I've gone to Whole Foods in New Orleans because she's just rolling her eyes at the gentrification of it all.
Where she wants you to go? Rouse's?
I mean, I won't.
I won't go to Rouse's. Y'all couldn't pay me to go to Rouse's.
No. Ooh, child, no.
Oh, wait, I'm lying.
It's tough enough for me to go to Whole Foods.
I went to Rouse's and I got sushi and it was good.
Oh, yeah. No.
I did it. It was delish. It was delish. It was delish. Speaking of food, let's get into canceled and Clemency because I think the person we are canceling today deserves the fuck out of it.
Yeah, Lin is going in on it today. I can't wait to see who we've got up on the dock today. What you got for us, Lin?
Today, I'm canceling. We are canceling, unanimously canceling Emeril Lagasse. And if y'all don't know who he is the faux Creole chef that culturally exploited Creole recipes from indigenous New Orleanians. And he got rich, just like everything else in America, off the backs of Black people. So he amassed a net worth of over $70 million by, again, like I said, utilizing and cultivating the New Orleans experience and turning that into restaurants. I despise Emeril. I always have, because I felt like he cherry picked part of the culture and he took what he knew was going to be charismatic and able to be literally manifested into his empire that he, side note, sold to Martha Stewart, and just basically went along with that and then blamed New Orleans once the economic, devastation occurred in New Orleans, blamed that for the failure of his restaurants. Not the inauthentic ability that he has, because we have so many longstanding restaurants owned and operated by local indigenous New Orleans people that have been flourishing despite economic, distress. And he is blaming his economic distress on New Orleans. Isn't that hilarious to me, how he uses you? And then once he can't get what he wants, oh, fuck New Orleans.
Girl, you had called him the original Kardashian in cultural appropriation. And truer words have never been spoken.
He is. He absolutely is. Because, and I'm not saying that you cannot be an appreciator of New Orleans culture. There is a way to go about it and, show a homage to it and actually patronize local places, uplift those places. And he just went in there, bulldozed, opened up those McDonald's issue restaurants that he claims are good. I've never eaten there. I mean, I would never eat there. As a self-respected Southerner, I would never eat at his restaurants.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like over here, like, have I?
No, I don't. Yeah,
I don't
I
eat
wouldn't.
that shit. No way. Y'all know I'm not eating that shit. So
yeah,
I'm over here eating vegan gumbo. So don't talk to me about
Okay, I'm gonna have to please do not listen to that phrase that she just said where she said vegan gumbo.
Y'all hate me today.
Yeah, vegan gumbo. And you know people listening, they love New Orleans food. They ride or die for New Orleans food.
Mm-hmm.
And you out here saying vegan gumbo?
I'm sorry. Y'all took my black card back. It's fine. Add that to my black card.
Okay, so she's just gonna keep like itching at the wound then.
I'm tripling it down.
Okay. But yeah, so that's the main reason that Emeril is never, I don't even think locals ever fucked with him. I don't think he ever had that following.
That's that tourism business.
Yep.
Look, this is similar to what we're talking about with Essence and, Essence Festival and all of that happening down to New Orleans. It's the tourism that's really coming and supporting those businesses. You are not going to see a New Orleanian up in that space.
No, not at Emeril's. Absolutely not. And and for that, Emeril Lagasse, that's Italian. You ain't fooling me. So bye, Emeril Lagasse. We're canceling you. Don't come back to New Orleans, please.
Does he have his restaurants? Are they still open and functioning down there?
I think only one is open.
Oh,
because the city has spoken. You know what I'm saying? The city has spoken.
But he had a ride. He had a run.
He made his money.
Mm-hmm.
He made his money. It's just very jarring to me that he would say he's broke. And then literally, like I said, blame New Orleans, the population, for his economic downfall. Look, yeah, Emeril, you're canceled. Bye.
Toodaloo.
However, with every great cancellation, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment because I want you to understand the seriousness of what I'm about to say next. I want you to understand how important these next words I speak are.
Girl, this is a love letter.
This is a love letter. So today, it is the most distinguished honor I have been blessed with to award the greatest of all time. We know him as Weezy F Baby. Please say the baby, the greatest rapper of all time, the master of wordplay. His shit is so slick you think you were catching the BP oil spill all over again. Dwayne Carter, aka President Carter. We grant you clemency, baby, because let me tell you why.
We do.
Let me tell you why. Lil Wayne has been that dude since he was 12 years old. Notoriously rapping in a Halle Grove. You know, he was founded by the Birdman, as we said, Big Daddy before. And, cultivated this talent, and you have the greatest wordsmith of all time, the greatest poet. But it's not saying that Lil Wayne is not without his controversy. To his beginner level skateboarding skills that mimic your 6-year-old learning a new talent.
Okay, cool. Ollie, bro. That was sick.
She's here roasting Weezy F Baby in his Bape collection attire. We all know he is famous for basically his unwavering support for the infamous butt pimple president. We don't even put his name on here. Good luck in court, baby.
The one with the orange skin, the flapping toupee.
The ghettoest president we've ever had.
Yes.
He was also notoriously canceled for basically shunning the Black Lives Matter movement. He said, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I ain't connected to it. He also stupidly said there's no such thing as racism, which is surprising. Yeah, it's very surprising since as a Black man, his life consistently hangs in the balance of a systemic racist system, especially growing up in the infamous 17th Ward. But maybe he too subscribes to that notion. I'm not Black, I'm OJ. But with this many offenses, how can we even contemplate granting this man clemency? Because simply, he is one of the greatest lyricists to walk this earth. Yes. I have provided exhibits 1 through 6 that I will briefly read to you in regards to backing up my argument as to why Lil Wayne remains the most untouched rapper of all time.
I can't wait for this.
Exhibit 1. I lost my mind. It's somewhere out there stranded. I think you stand under me if you don't understand me. I beat the beat up. Call it self-defense. Swear, man, I be seeing through these niggas like sequence. Would you like to read Exhibit 2 for me?
No, you keep going. I'm going to let you have this one, Lynn. This is for you.
This is my soul right now. New Orleans coroner. His name is Frank Mignard. Fuck with me wrong. He'll be waking up in his yard. For y'all that don't know, Frank Mignard was the coroner during like the most murder spree in New Orleans at that time. So everybody was waking up in his yard. Exhibit 3. I got some weight on my shoulders. To me, it's like feathers. All hail Wheezy. Call it bad weather. Exhibit 4. Stop playing. I do it like a king do. If these niggas animals, then I'ma have a mink soon. Ooh!
This is the one.
This is your personal favorite. This is Gwen's personal favorite. Exhibit 5. Real G's move in silence, like lasagna.
Girl, now, the first time I heard that line, I had to stop the car. I said, pause. Oh my goodness.
Pause, right? Pause.
That was the most beautiful wordplay
ever. And
still to this day.
Ain't nobody touching them. And our last and most influential, most heart-wrenching line. I have just swallowed the key to the house of pain. Now I'm stuck here to deal with the house's pain. Fuck with me. I will peel like the house's paint. Niggas don't want to see me because I'm better and bold. The only time I will depend is when I'm 70 years old. That's when I can't hold my shit within, so I shit on myself. Because I'm so sick and tired of shitting on everybody else. And that, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason Lil Wayne deserves his clemency. While his selfish attitude is not deemed acceptable, him being a lyricist, an artist, a poet, a lover, and an icon is the reason that we grant you Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for phenomenal.
The F is for phenomenal.
The clemency you deserve. And then the words of the king himself. Do you really think you're better than the rest? Bitch, I'm the best. Lil Wayne, I love you.
We love you.
We adore you. You are everything.
Girl, there was a point of my life where I aspired to be one of his baby mamas. Like, that was the goal. I'm glad I'm not, but that was literally, like that was goals.
Like what number?
I mean, I was hoped to be high up in those numbers. Okay. Don't get me on the low end of that.
So, okay. So like pre-Lauren London.
Yes.
Okay.
Back before he had that spree, before he went to prison.
Basically post Toya.
Yes.
Okay. Birdman Jr. That era. Okay, I got you. Lil Wayne, we are here for you. I've never been like in love with him like sexually. It's always just been an icon thing. Like I have admired him. Like he is like, you know how white boys be all over Joe Rogan and like Elon Musk? Lil Wayne is my Joe Rogan and Elon Musk.
Okay.
We love you, Weezy F Baby.
We love you.
Please say the baby.
Please say the baby. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are coming to an end. But as always, we want to remind you guys, make sure that you're liking and subscribing. Follow us on Spotify. Make sure that you're giving us that 5-star rating because you know we are 5-star bitches over here, okay?
Straight up.
Also, if you don't have Spotify, check us out on YouTube. You can find us at Am I Going to Get Canceled for This? And again, we still want to hear from you guys. So if you are looking for some terrible advice, if you want us to convince you to leave your man, leave your job, leave your home, we'll help you.
Disappear like a chef.
If you want to be Chef Demetrius Scott, we'll help you figure it out.
Or if you want to challenge
So-
me to a rap battle, that's also there too.
That is also there as well. So make sure that you hit us up _ am I going to get canceled for this? Let us know who you'd like to cancel, who you'd like to grant clemency to, and also let us know why we should take your black card back. Once again, drop in those DMs _ am I going to get canceled for this? And don't forget, we're always soliciting for dick pics. So
Always
use that forearm, use that ruler, and let us know what you're working with.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.